Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is another beer from Pontoon Brewing Company out of Sandy Springs, Georgia. One of my favorite local craft breweries. They make some really good stuff. I have yet to be disappointed by any of their beers, and I hope that this one is another winner. I have high hopes for it. This is the Double Cup Ruby Risk. It is a Berliner Weiss with raspberries, strawberries, cherries, and cranberries. They make one of the best fruit beers that I've ever had called Sails, Sweat, and Beers. It was a fruit. I don't think it was a Berliner Weiss. It was a. Actually, you know what? I think it was a Berliner Weiss. So if this one is half as good as that one, I will be very pleased. Raspberries, strawberries, cherries, cranberries. Nice fruit combo there. Love the artwork on all of the Pontoon Brewing beers. Very cool stuff. 7.6% alcohol, 12 IBUs. Let's see what we've got here. Go ahead and pour it up. I bought the 4-pack for $10.99. These are 16-ounce cans, 7.6%. Good craft beer. I think that's a pretty good price. The pour, nice deep red color with about a finger and a half's worth of a relatively creamy, kind of a mix between a creamy and a frothy head, light pink head. Nice fizzy sounds there, very soda pop like with the carbonation. Oh, the aroma, wow. Getting the raspberries, getting the strawberries, getting a little bit of like a sour cherry note. Maybe a touch of cranberry as well because it does have that tart type thing going on. Cranberries are very tart. Yeah, definitely picking up on those cranberries as well. The raspberries. I think the least amount of the fruit aroma that I'm getting on the nose is the strawberry. The raspberry, the cherry, and the cranberry are coming through a lot. The strawberries are probably there in the background, but those other fruit aromas overpower the nose. It smells absolutely delightful, though. A little bit of like a wheat bread note on the aroma as well. Golly. It smells fruity, jammy, tart, bready. 12 IBUs, you're not going to get any bitterness with this whatsoever. If you're looking for a well-balanced bitter beer or beer with a bitter finish, this is not going to be one of those. I can tell you that right now. All right, my mouth is salivating. It smells like an absolute delight. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers, guys. Woo! Nice and tart. The raspberries are coming through first. Very nice raspberry flavor. Then it kind of leads into a sour cherry flavor. Those cranberries are coming through a little bit in the middle as well. Some nice bready wheat notes in the middle of the sip. The body is light to almost medium. The carbonation is on the medium side with this, but not as much as I was expecting based on the buildup from the head and that sound that I was getting from the head. That soda pop fizzy sound. Really, really good. The head has died down now, as you can see, but the carbonation is definitely there. Mm. It finishes tart as well. It's crisp, it's clean, it's refreshing. It's kind of a semi-dry finish because of all the fruit that's in there. It's definitely not going to be a super dry beer, but it is relatively dry considering all the fruit that's added to this beer. This is an absolute delight of a beer. I think I prefer the Sails, Sweat, and Beers a little bit more than this because it's a little bit thicker, and I believe that one had lactose added. This one does not, but it still has a relatively creamy mouthfeel. All the flavors are on point. It's got that fresh fruit taste, the sourness from the cherry and the cranberries, that tart component is really nice with this as well. Mm. And that significant bready wheat bread note in the middle of the sip lets you know that you're drinking a beer and not just a fruit ale or like a lambic or something like that. It's definitely an excellent beer. Man, My only complaint would be that the strawberries are kind of lost with all of the other fruit going on. You're not really getting the strawberry. Strawberry is probably the most mild of all the fruit that's added to this. So maybe a touch more of the strawberry would have elevated this one even more. That being said, though, I'm just being nitpicky because this is an excellent beer and it is going to get a 96 out of 100 from me. It is an absolutely delightful beer. I really love it, and I would recommend it to anybody that likes fruit, that likes sweet, tart, bready beers, light on the bitterness, and the alcohol, which I have not mentioned yet, 7.6%. There's no alcohol in this. That's a lie. You're not picking up on any alcohol with this. 7.6% is masked exceptionally well. This just goes down super smooth. Awesome stuff. Another winner from Pontoon Brewing Company out of Sandy Springs, Georgia. If you live in the state of Georgia or you have access to Pontoon Brewing Company beers, I highly recommend that you check them out. You will not be disappointed. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you guys think. If you can find it in your area, that'll do it for this beer review, guys. 96 out of 100 once again for the Double Cup Ruby Wrist Berliner Weiss from Pontoon Brewing Company. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and until next time, everybody, cheers.